Rory Powers, Right Line Trading. This broadcast is for demonstration educational purposes only. It's important to know that we are not offering any type of trading advice. We are not licensed financial advisors, and if you're not familiar with the risks associated with trading, which are significant, please consult with a licensed financial advisor. All right, good morning, everybody. Hope you had a nice evening. Good morning, Suzanne, Rao, Sonia, Duke, Rodney. Sonia, I think we received an email from you. Are you in the UK? All right, let's keep moving. Today is Wednesday, September 10th. If you're joining us today, well, that's the good news. Hallelujah. Any day above ground, you started it off on the right foot. This morning at 8:30, we had a big red folder high impact news report, the core PPI month over month. And let's take a look and see how the market reacted to it. At 10 a.m., we have final wholesale inventories month over month. 10:30, we got a play on crude oil. And then over at 1 o'clock after this broadcast is going to be 10-year bond auction. So we did have our catalyst event. With core PPI month over month. Let's see how the market reacted to it. First on the E-mini on a 30 range. Yes, 30 range. We always like to look and see what the market has been doing prior to us starting the broadcast. And it looks like at the session open, which was at 6 p.m. last night, the Asian Open, the S&P continued to move up to set all-time highs. Up, up, and away. At 8:30, right at the news report, the market went sideways on the S&P 500 futures. Let's look at our NASDAQ 20 range, 20 Unirenko. Hey, good morning, Rao. It's ODP time. Apex 80% off. Rion, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Look at the NASDAQ. Wow. Took a nice leg up. I know the chip stocks are doing really well. I was looking over at NVIDIA and Palantir. So the NASDAQ is on a beautiful upward trend. NVIDIA is trading at $176 a share. Up big. If today's your first day joining us, I want to welcome you. My name's Rory Powers. We're going to be showcasing our automated trading bots here at Right Line Trading. And these are fully automated strategies that once they're enabled, will execute and manage the trades on your behalf. We have a really nice diversification of not only instruments that we trade, but also time frames that we trade them on. We let them trade during the right at the session open, which was 6 p.m. last night. 6 p.m. last night was when this current trading session started. That's Eastern time, and it will end at 5 p.m. Eastern time. We have what we call our Leaderboard. These are the ones performing the best in the current trading environment. I did have a Bitcoin trade get loose on me overnight. So this, I can't depend 100% on this number here. Just to give you the real deal Holyfield on this. When I woke up, somehow this was a ghost order on Sim Bitcoin. But our 30 range on the NASDAQ, the one that has very loose stops, this Smart Velocity drone has a 100 tick stop. Then the ES30s are on the board. They're actually in a trade right now, long positions. We have our Sniper, which is a very consistent one. And we have a bot running on the MES, which is also in the green. So we're going to keep an eye on our leaderboard. And that's always a factor in determining which strategy we're going to trade on our trade copier. This part of my workspace here is a trade copier. We can very seamlessly, quickly, efficiently choose a leader account or a bot that's performing well that we feel comfortable with, and we can copy it across a number of different prop accounts or live accounts or whichever account you'd like to copy it to. We can time when we enable it for when the market's moving really nice. And we can continue to allow the bots to run in sim. These bots you see down here are in sim. Okay. When I enable my copier, then I enable them to trade these Apex accounts. The last component of my workspace that I wanted to mention. Wow, that's great, Rao. That haymaker, Rao is referring to our strategy that runs on the NASDAQ called the haymaker. We call it the haymaker because it's known for, it has a tremendous risk to reward ratio leaned heavily in our favor. In one single trade, it can bring home between $1,000 and $2,000 with a full winning trade. We can integrate our Leapfrog trade management into it. In fact, I was talking to John out in Arizona yesterday. Good morning, John. And I was showing him how we can integrate that Leapfrog into every one of our strategies. And I'll show that in a few minutes here. We're getting ready for the market to open, so I don't want to drone on too long. Good luck, everybody. The Dukester. Great trading, Rao. Great trading as usual. 920 to 928. If you're a member and you're running the AI or the iBots and you have a question and you're unable to use the chat in YouTube, I'm monitoring the live chat in Discord. In Discord, if you come to our general chat channel, I will be monitoring the chat if you're unable to use it here. Hey, Steven. Good morning, my friend. Stephen A. We named our Stephen bot after Stephen A. All right. The countdown is on. Oh, the lagometer. Good morning, Tom. Good to see you. I meant to mention that everybody who requested a lagometer It's coming. We have not forgotten you. We've customized our own. We were using an indicator from another vendor, a free indicator. Sergio's done his own now. That goes to the thousandth. And this is a great indication of how much lag you're experiencing on your trading charts. We also code right into the strategies a safety mechanism where if there's over 2 seconds of lag, it will not fire a trade. Let's make sure our strategies are enabled. Remember yesterday? I was saying, hey, we're not getting any trades. We're getting a big move to the downside. The market's filling in that gap from the overnight session. That's a signal A entry if it goes short here. You see my RSI line. Well, you get the feeling this thing's going to drop like a knife. Let's let things settle down. There's 6,500 contracts a minute, 7,000, big volume. When there's big volume like this, keep an eye on your E-mini. There could be a lot of whipsaw on a 30 range NASDAQ. I got 26 seconds of lag. If that doesn't come down in the next minute, I'm going to close all my positions and re-enable my strategies. You can see my NASDAQ now is at 25 seconds. 26. Appears to be some selling pressure. It could be the old fake out. At the market open, it takes a dip down and then shoots up. I think that adjustment that they made yesterday with the jobs and with this morning's report, it solidifies the interest rate cuts that are looming. They're saying 3 cuts before the end of the year. Here comes a nice short setup. Nice short setup. Boy, this is very tempting to jump on. Nope, didn't go. Didn't go. Let me show you the E-mini chart. The NASDAQ took a big leg up overnight. So it's filling in that gap. But interestingly enough, the E-mini on a 30 range is still above our 50. It's right at the VWAP. That's why I'm not totally convinced about this short move. Going to be patient. .14. It's not horrible. It's not that great though either. You'd really like it to be in the hundredths. We need to get rid of that .1 in the front. Make sure you're synced up with the atomic clock. Really, Gerald. Let me see if I can find my atomic clock and show you what I mean. I have what they call a network time synchronization. And if I update it now, what it does is it will automatically, I have it set to automatically synchronize I think it's every hour or so. Oh, there goes our 30 range long on the E-mini. Our 30 range just went long, and now we're starting to set up for a long move on the NASDAQ. They gave us the old hokey doke, it looks like. The old banana in the tailpipe. Now we're headed up. Now we're headed up. Let's see if our 20U breaks through the 50. Oh, it went short. I don't believe that entry. Oh, that's on the 1 minute. Okay, let's switch this. This is about to go long. Once the 20U breaks through the 50, if it breaks through the 50, my power play is going to kick in on a signal B entry. Why is it a signal B? Because my Laguerre, my RSI line is locked to the upside 100%. That's a signal B. Now, once it breaks down through that 80% line, that's a signal A entry for a reversal short. That's our haymaker entry it just took. I'm going to bring my profit target right above support. Give it a clear shot. Let's see if it has any follow through the downside. I'm going to send you a I'm going to send you a download, Gerald. You got to download the air. Ooh, wow. Did you see that? A lot of sellers just jumped in. Maybe the market does go down. Let's watch it. Um, wow, this Mack truck is setting up nicely. Tempting to take the Mack truck. Let's see where it is on the leaderboard. Nowhere. Let's be patient. The haymaker's on the board with $145. Steven, the 8U Steven. Let's take a look at the 8U Steven. Stephen A's in the house. Stephen A in the house. Get a break of support. We're off to the races. Now we got no risk on the trade. The way this trade is managed, our stop comes down and protects the profits that we've made. Takes all the risk off the board. Now we just need some wiggle room here. Some breathing room. Here we go. When Steven gets hot, look out. Okay, it got taken out on the line change. Momentum waned. Our 15 EMA changed colors and it immediately took profits. Took profits at a really conservative place, right at support. Really nice trade management there, fully automated. We can't dismiss Steven. Back in short. Let's watch the price action here. Nice. Nice. Looking for the ebb and flow. The ebb and flow with that signal C. Pull back and go. Now watch my stop. A little bit further. It's right at support again. Retesting it. Well, you get the feeling the break is coming. This is an 8 Unirenko we're looking at. An 8 Unirenko on the right, a 20 on the left. Here we go. Oh, it's trying to break through. It is trying to break through. Tempted to turn on my power play. Anticipate a break of support. Here we go. Bam. And we're off. Now all the risk is off this trade. Power plays in. It took the broke of support. Came back and stopped out Steven for a $100 gain. Well, it's tempting to take Steven short again. You want to? Should we take one, Steven? Now it's just finding the strategy, right? It's the NQ8U. NQ8U. Forgive me. Here we go. Let's get one short. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't want a long entry yet. My 20U is still set up for a short. So I'm looking for an alignment of trend between my 20U and 8U, just like we do on the power play. Here it comes down. This is a little harder to manage on the Steven. It's faster. Steven is a faster strategy. Makes it a little harder to anticipate it. Let's see if it breaks through the 50 here. It's going to come right back down into support. There it comes. I just can't get it in time. It's coming right back down to support. Let's see if it takes the stop down with it. Oh, it did. It did. Mm. Ah, look at that. Another beautiful Steven trade. Oh, I watched that one pass right by me. That's the ebb and flow right there. Our 30 range 1 day pass scored. Let's see if we can get another short roll here on the NASDAQ. Okay, we're in this one. Come on, take a short roll for us. Come on, push down. Ah, mm. Roll over. Roll over and come down. Ah, yay. That's the thing with the Steven. There's a lot of risk on it. Mm. You need 50 bucks. Oh, Jero, you're so close. Now the Steven comes right back and takes a winner. Isn't that incredible? Let me see this haymaker. Let's get one on the haymaker. Let me take one more trade. Just went long on the haymaker. Counter trend. I really like to have an alignment of trend with my 20U, which I don't have right now. Come on up. Come on up. Keep retracing. Keep going. Come on. Come on up. There you go. Come on. Come on. Give me a pop up to the upside. It took me out on the candlestick pattern recognition for a couple $100 profit. I think this is going to keep moving up though. Let's wait till we have an alignment with the 20U. Ah, there it goes. My platform's going to crash. I'm going to completely uninstall Ninja today and do a fresh install. Antonio, no, what I can do is I can put a tab on the bottom. I've been having trouble with my Ninja. It's been doing just what you just saw it do now. It will it'll just shut down. And I had Sergio come on and clean the database and do everything he could. I'm really surprised because it's a really strong computer. It really shouldn't be doing this. All right, Gerald. Nice. Hey, for that $50, go real. Be careful. You're very close. Sometimes you get unrealized gains. It doesn't look like you got a lot of them though on that ODP. It looks like you got the meat of the move. Did you trail that? You must have tightened your stop up on that, unless it took two trades. Be really careful with that ODP with the unrealized gains. Wow, look at that Sim Bitcoin's up 780. Stevens up 437. It was up 1,000. Now our schedule moving forward, we're going to, I believe, starting next week, is after my session ends at 10:30. Mark Miller, it's going to be Miller time. Mark Miller, who's the owner of Right Line Trading, has his own style, which is really a lot of fun to watch. Have a potential for a home run every day, guaranteed. Yeah, Mark Miller is going to go from 10:30 to 11:30, and then David Wise will go from 11:30 to 12:30 to lunchtime. Yes, sir. It's Miller time. 10:30, 24/7. All right, we're one trade away. One trade away. That's the one thing about Steven to be aware of. And I always say it. Before you enable the strategy, know what your risk is. I know what my risk was on that. It was 100 ticks against me, which is a $500 trade. You take a loser on that, and you'll be on. I should be on the sideline, but it was just under 500. Power play is back in. Let's keep an eye on power play. Let's bring the stop right here. Let's give it room. Had I moved my stop, see, this is a perfect example. Had I moved my stop earlier above support, I'd be in the profit window, and I would have stopped out with a profit on that trade. Big difference. We've got crude oil coming up at 10:30. We had a yellow folder, which is a low impact report, coming up at 10 in just 4 minutes. Our NQ30 one-day pass is in another trade. Let's see how it goes. NQ30 range, one-day pass. Not easy to find. Shoot. I know I must have passed it twice now. NQ30. Here it is. Ooh, nice. Here's our one-day pass. Trying to get in the profit window. This is that signal A, the haymaker entry. The haymaker entry. Getting some really nice bullish candlestick formations. The hammers, bullish hammers. Trying to get in the profit window. We need a good stiff breeze at our back. Didn't make it. Didn't make it all the way on a signal A. That's the entry you have the best chance of it making it because they get in so early on those reversals. If the signal A can't reach it, chances are we're in a choppy market. Antonio asked, do I need to hit reset? Oh, I forgot to post the link. And I'm really sorry. Let me post the link in Discord. Oh, man. Live. This could be a short haymaker. I like the short better. I like the short haymaker better. Let's see if we get the short roll here. Our 50 is still green. That'll prevent the entry. Now it's changing colors. It's right where it needs to be. If it shoots down straight to support, We'll put our stop right above support. Nope, maybe. That news report just came out at 10. Not much of a reaction. The Haymaker bot is in a trade. Oh, look at the Haymaker. The Haymaker bot just went all the way. Took the same entry, but it had adjusted its stop and profit target. So the drone got stopped out, the bot didn't. Ooh, look at this. We could get a break right here. Oh, let's see what the upside resistance looks like. This would be a signal B to a continuation long, a breakout long. That's our signal B signal, the little triangle. So now being on the Haymaker, knowing what the trigger is on this strategy, I would need a pullback to the 50 and continuation up into the trend. Our 20U is 3/4 through. 3/4 of the way through. Here we go to the upside. I'm going to be patient. I'm going to wait for a retracement back to the 50. And that's signal A entry up into the trend. Need a retracement. Here it comes. Come on back. All the way back. Now, if it touches that 15 and goes, that's a signal D entry. Now, I can anticipate on a signal B this break of resistance. What I could do is I could duplicate my tab and unlock it and come down to a 30 range strategy that takes a signal B, right? Like the leapfrog. Or the power play. Let's see what the leapfrog drone hasn't taken a trade. Oh, that's the ES. So now if I want to get into this move to the upside on a signal B, I can enable my power play because it has all three triggers, signal A, B, and C. If I want to wait for it to come back, retrace back to the 50 and continue up into the trend, then that Haymaker is the way to go. But I think right now I'm going to anticipate the break of resistance. So knowing what the triggers are can be important. It is important. I was talking about that with John yesterday. Mack Truck just isn't getting into any trades for one reason or another. Wow, great job, Rao, on 4 accounts each. Wow, this Bitcoin is going to town. I'm going to anticipate the break of resistance. Now watch it retrace right to the 50. Come on, pop through. Gotcha. Come on, let's get a big pop to the upside here. Going for a signal B on the break of resistance. Come on, let's get a push to the upside. Our volume is waning just a little bit. We're at 600 contracts a minute. We'd like to see it at 2,000. That's one way we know institutional money's influencing that ticker, is how much volume is crossing. Look at the E-mini. Here it comes down for the haymaker. Here's our volume. Come on down. Getting the retracement. Getting the retracement we were waiting on. Come on down. A little further. Okay. Okay, we're in business now. Let's go with our power play. Let's go with our haymaker, excuse me. We don't have enough room. We're straight up into resistance. It's going to filter out the entry. We have to have a clearance of 60 ticks to resistance in order for that trade to trigger. The chart on the left, Ken, is a higher time frame. It's a 20 Unirenko. You're long on the haymaker, Rao? Floating. Well, let's hope it breaks through for you. We need that break of resistance, big time. I'm not going to get in on the haymaker. I was trying to get in with it, but I'm too tight to resistance. I'd have to go back and look at my other triggers to get in. Oh, the power play's already in. Took a signal C. That's the advantage of using the power play over the haymaker. Is you have the additional triggers. Well, I hope it breaks through this resistance for you, Rao. If it does, I'm going to squeeze my stop so my trade stops out. Here, I'm going to squeeze it now. Trying to get one more entry here. The ES is steady, headed higher. Looking at the ES over here. Here's the ES30 range. Is in a nice trade. Let's see if we can get the break here. Let's see if 10:30 is usually a really key half hour, 10:30 to 11. When Mark starts next week, That's been a power hour, 10:30 to 11:30. Let's get the break. Come on, let's go. They just can't break that price. That the bears are all sitting right there at that level. And the minute price gets to it, they sell it off. You still in the trade, Rao? Or did you take profits? Well, if you're still in that one, you got huge guts, a lot of guts. Oh my goodness! Wow. Well, I'm praying it breaks through for you, and we both get in long, and it takes off to the moon. We need a burst of volatility to punch this through. A good stiff breeze at our backs. The ES is, man, headed to the moon here. Let's go. Let's go. We're almost there. 1,100 contracts a minute. This could be a haymaker short. Nope. It's a green 50. So we're stuck. We're stuck right between the 50 and resistance. Very narrow channel. Good close, Rao. Glad you got out of that. I think this thing might come crashing down now. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. That's too soon for me. This really isn't the price action we want. Let's sit on. I'm going to sit on my hands here for a few minutes. Now it'll pop through. All right, volume's picking up just a little bit here. 1,700, just under 2,000 contracts a minute. Let's see what happens at 10:30. We're going to stay on a little bit overtime. I always like to show on this and a trade like this where we're up $400 or $500 and our stop is down in right field. I always have the ability to right click my stop, select attach it to an indicator, go to properties, and we're going to attach it to the modified fast. It's usually the third one down in the list. 1, 2, 3. And when I click OK, you'll see my stop is going to fly up and attach to my 15 EMA. You see that? Come on, let's get this break. It's coming. Wait for it. I don't know why at 10:30 though. 10:30 is usually the time things kick off. Let's see. I'm going to watch one trade on this break. They're retesting it. The E-mini's taking off. Here we go. We need 3/4 of the candle body to break that pivot. Three-quarters of the candle body. We're almost there. One more push up. We're gone. I'm going to take it. We are in. Get some follow through the upside. Get one nice trade for us. Don't pull back now. Ah, All right, Gerald. Great job, man. Got myself in a nail biter here. Sideways mover. Come on, pop up. Let's go. All right, stop this out. I got my loss limit for the day, 600 across all four accounts. Oops. 600 across, excuse me, all three of my PA accounts and my three evals. Um, Probably should have held on until 10 o'clock, right? Hindsight's always 2020. But I'll tell you, it seems like every day about 10 o'clock, the market starts flying. Give it a few more minutes. Let's see if at 10:30 it starts flying again like it did yesterday. I really like to stop when I get my loss limit. I have really big accounts, but those PA accounts are the big ones. Two 150s and a 300. Just no follow through to the upside, um, unfortunately. Better days are coming, let me tell you. I think we're in for some really good trading this for the rest of this year, from what I've been reading. Look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is still in this trade. This is the Bitcoin trade. On the micros, we can give it more room, let it mature. On these minis, we don't have that luxury. Thinking seriously about going to, trading maybe 5 micros, cut the risk in half. Yeah, usually it is, Tony. All right, 10:30. 10:30. Let's see if things start moving better for us. Yeah, I think instead of waiting for the pivot for the break of support or resistance, we need to really wait for price action for the market to start moving nicely. They break through and they don't go anywhere. There's no follow through. Great job, Gerald. You had a big day today, Gerald. You did well on your evals and your PA counts. Rao always crushes it. He's very consistent. Gerald, if you need that atomic clock synchronization, call me right after this live stream. What I was saying earlier, while it's fresh on my mind, is the lagometer. Last week I had put the link in the room a few times. We weren't quite ready to deliver it. But now that we have everything customized, we're within 24 hours of being able to deliver it. So anybody that left their information in that link I put in last week, I think there was quite a few people. I think about 150, just under 200. If you are one of those people, we're going to deliver it to you. You got to have this. You got to have a lagometer, whether you trade strategies, automation, or on a discretionary basis. This lagometer is so important to see before you enter a trade to have the assurance that what you're looking at is real. It's not an illusion. I can't tell you how many times I've been in a trade and my P&L showed I was up 4 or 500 on my live account, and I closed the position. I made 150 bucks on it. I was like, "What? What happened?" Well, that's that lag. What you're looking at isn't really where I was looking isn't really where price was. Or you get in and boom, you're down 75, 80 bucks, and you're like, "Wow, what happened?" So before entering a trade, making sure that the lag is looking nice is so important. Well, it's 10 o'clock and things really haven't gotten much better. We'll give it another 5 minutes. Let's go to 10:40. I want to wish everybody a great rest of your day. We're going to hang in there. Let's see if things change in the next 5 minutes. If not, on your way out the door, if you would, please like my video. There goes Bitcoin. Bitcoin's taking another ride up. Please like my video here on YouTube. I like to think of it as job security. If it gets another break, let's see if we can get some movement. My leaderboard is anorexic today. I had some iBots that did well on the NASDAQ, 1 minute and 600 tick. The ES on the 4U, 30 range on the iBot. Maybe we get a meltdown here. Let's see. No, Ken, I'm glad you. I don't think so, Ken. We don't have that capability. It's going to have to be two separate unless something changes between now and next week. You'll have to come out of this one and into the next one. Kind of how you would do for David Wise coming up after me. All right, my machine is going to shut down. So I'm gonna reinstall Ninja. Something is it just isn't quite right with this. It's about to crash again. So I want to wish everybody a blessed rest of your day. I think that's a perfect place to end it. And God willing, we'll be back tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day, everybody. So long.